Okay, here we are, video 9 of the Meteor build. This is the kind of the finished side, and what I've been doing is matching the other side to it. So it's rough. The major points are there. You can see down the back I had to add some foam. And there's some detail work in the center, but most of that's put in where it should be. And the way I did this is, let's see here, I made little templates. Let's get a big template here for you. Made some ugly templates, such as this. I just made it with tape, and voila, they fit down there. I put a level on this part right there. And then just basically took pieces of cardboard, laid them on the flat surfaces, taped them in place, got the ending there, made little marks on it where the contours maybe are, and I've got a pile of them. Did that from the front to the back. I've got it leveled. It's a little torqued, which I know about. I just need to fix it. And I think it's just the way the frame was made. Well, I've got 2x4s on the other side, but it's level in this center part here. But then it was slightly torqued in the front, but I've made adjustments as I went along. So you'll see I've got most of the main points down where they should be, and then it's just a matter of getting them all down the same level. I didn't get to the tail yet, but I've got that going, and you can see the 2x4s here that kind of make up this frame. This back one is just laying on a U-shaped piece of metal. It can rotate, and then I've got a let's see, there we are, got a hinge holding that. Right now I've got it locked in place with some 2x, so I can do the templates and keep them going. So just going to finish that off, and I mean, I'll talk a little bit about what it is. It's going to be a big, huge motorcycle. Some points about it. I mean, you've got a big wheel, big engine part, another huge wheel. There'll probably be at least 30-inch wheels. The center part will be cut out more. A lot of this foam won't be there. So a Harley engine easily would fit. A V8, you can put whatever you want. I'll be sitting back here. And it's quite a long, it's 16 feet long, I think. Is it 16? Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's 16 feet long. At the widest, it's around 2.5 to 3 feet, which is about the width of a dresser, if you get the bags on the back, which I don't have any. And as you can see, really the main part is going to be this top part here. I'm cutting away the front to thin it out at the bottom so it won't look like it's on roller skates. A bit of real fat tire will take. I don't think it's going to be that heavy because it'll all be fiberglass, a monocoque, and all I'll do for the engine is eventually use a fiberglass pan. Right now I'll just do aluminum tubing because it's easier, the square tubing. Just make a box that would fit in between where the feet pedals are and go from, say, the front to the rear. The rear is where I'll mount the rear suspension. I'll put it upright for the seat. I'll run another section across under there to tie in here, and just put a normal Springer front end. I'll probably do a heavy duty one. And what I'll probably have to do is link it back to a handlebar back here with a turn for the handlebar and just 2 rods. They do that a lot on trikes and things. And this is a huge amount of space if I want to put a gas tank here or even up here. The whole front nose cone at some point can be storage. This area between here is quite wide. You get a lot of stuff in there, and we can put bags on it, and there's would probably be some in the tail section. I don't think it'll be that heavy. I don't think it's going to be over 1,000 pounds. If so, that's what a big dresser is. The wheelbase is quite long, but it's no longer than some choppers. Some of the choppers out there are 20 feet long, and they're much lower. You sit up high, you're going to have really good aerodynamics, but yet you're still going to be able to see the engine and the wheels and the mechanical bits more than you would on most motorcycles, because on my Harley, my foot usually and leg covered the whole engine. Here it's all going to be out front like a big stretch chopper. There'll be a linkage for the back. I think with those huge tires, it'll give you that stability. You've got visual presence. Most people turn into the path of a motorcycle from a stop because they don't, quote, see the motorcycle. And that's even motorcyclists say that when they are driving cars and hit motorcyclists. You can Google it, YouTube it. It's called a SMIDSy. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you. And they don't see you because a motorcycle is made up of a bunch of little parts, whereas a car has an outline. And a big dresser has an outline, a big motorcycle touring rig. This is going to have a huge car-like outline, but yet still let you see all the bits and pieces. And it's going to be broken up enough where it doesn't look like you're just driving a two-wheeled car. And you know, what's the bad thing about that? I mean, if it's something you enjoy, you're going to be out in the open. So anyway, there we are. We'll see what happens when I'm through. Hopefully in a couple weeks I'll be ready to skin this with some fiberglass and smooth it all out again with body filler and paint it as a plug. Then use fiberglass to make 2 molds off of that. Then make the actual shell and start putting in the engine, suspension, and all that good stuff. So I hope you can follow along. You know, leave any comments, good, bad, or ugly, because if I don't like them, I just delete them. And any suggestions, I've heard them all. So hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you.